Good morning, this is Dominic with TheBackVlog. I went to a convention this past weekend, and my reading material when I was there was the very apropos manga, Tokyo Ghoul Volume 8. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. It didn't come. Most of this manga is action-packed, this volume in particular. And I did say in a previous Tokyo Ghoul video that the action for me is difficult to follow, so it's just kind of stuff that I glaze over. And I try not to glaze over it. I do try to imagine the movement and see, try to animate in my head what is going on. But a lot of the panels are obstructed by just like movement noise is what I guess I'll call it. Like when you have the lines obstructing to create the illusion of motion. And it's just hard for me to kind of decipher what's going on in panels like that. So I'm not going to really talk about that aspect. Unfortunately, that's the majority of this volume. What I will talk about is Kaneki's continuing growth into this new hardened version of himself. He's still nice, but I think he's a lot more demanding now, and he's a lot more direct with what he wants from people. And I think once he clashes with Amon again, I am really interested to see that scuffle in the future, because I think if I remember correctly, it was a few months ago at this point, but in that scene when they first met, they were talking about, as they were fighting, why each person was doing what they were doing and how they view the world. And I think now that Kaneki has this different lens, I am really interested in hearing what they have to discuss again. So that'll be really interesting to see. I keep saying it's interesting. It is interesting. I think what else is interesting is the backstory between Tolka and, I think his name is Ayato. So we get to see their childhoods together, and their relationship with their dad. I think the way that it expands on those characters kind of recontextualizes them a little bit too, how they respond to trauma. It kind of sheds light on who they are as people individually, and I think it's really interesting. I think it's just interesting. Tokyo Ghoul Volume 8 was very interesting. I don't really have much to say about it though, because like I said, most of it is in an action scene, which is very cool. And you got the gore, you got the blood and guts, you got the violence, and it's sweet, but I can't tell what's happening in it. So that's all that I have for this video.